Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches: Philadelphia Phillies vs Pittsburgh Pirates, Chicago Cubs vs Washington Nationals, and Cleveland Indians vs Chicago White Sox, which are happening on Saturday, July 31st, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes. Let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Philadelphia looked completely out of it on Friday night, but the Pirates aren't strong enough to make it back-to-back wins. The Phillies have had some issues with Harper and Hoskins being healthy, but even if one of those can go, it will be enough to give Philadelphia the upper hand in the second game. With Nola taking the mound, it'll give the Phillies some experience out there, even with the struggles, and Pittsburgh will struggle. The Pirates are still working on making sure all of their parts combine to play well, but their pitching is bound to let them down on Saturday after pitching a shutout on Friday. Aaron Nola was fantastic in his last appearance. He went 8.2 innings and gave up 4 hits, 0 walks, 1 earned run, and struck out 9 in a win in his last start against the Atlanta Braves. On the season, Nola has a record of 7-6 in 20 starts with a 4.37 ERA, 1.17 WHIP and a 140/24 KBB ratio. Opposing batters are hitting .248 against Nola this season. He has gone 6 innings or more in 10 starts. He has been much better at home than the road this season. Nola has a record of 4-2 with a 3.18 ERA, 1.01 WHIP, and a 76/8 KBB ratio in 9 starts at home. He's 3-4 with a 5.52 ERA, 1.33 WHIP, and a 64/16 KBB ratio in 11 starts on the road. Opposing batters are hitting .223 when Nola pitches at home, but on the road, opposing batters are hitting .272. The Pirates had a shocking performance on Friday, winning 7-0 in one of their most complete games on both sides of the ball. Even with a win, the Pirates still have a brutal home record, and it'll be even more surprising to see them grab a win on Saturday to take the series. The Pirates made some trades, even further thinning out their talent over the last few weeks, and will continue to be without Colin Moran, Kai Tom, Eric Gonzalez, and a host of starters and relievers. It'll be interesting to see if Friday's performance was a fluke or is a sign of things to come for Pittsburgh's young offense and staff. My betting advice for that game is to pick Philadelphia Phillies. This one will be interesting as both teams are going to be very different than what we have seen even earlier this season. In addition to the missing names we mentioned, Washington learned that Starlin Castro, who has been out, will serve a 30-game suspension for off-field issues, taking another bat out of the lineup. Chicago dealt away other key contributors like Chris Bryant, Javier Baez, and Craig Kimbrell Friday afternoon. Hendricks has been solid for the Cubs after a slow start last season, as he is 10-0 with a 2.90 ERA in his last 14 starts. His last loss was on May 9th. While Espino has been a nice surprise for the Nationals, you can't rely on him keeping you in games forever. The Cubs struggled over the past week, and they've lost 5 of their last 8 games, which has dropped them 10.5 games behind Milwaukee in the NL Central standings. They will try to turn things around with a win over the Nationals, which will give them their 4th win in their last 9 games. Washington split a doubleheader on Thursday to split a 4-game series with the Phillies on the road. The Nationals are vastly different than what we saw earlier in the year, as Kyle Schwarber was moved to the Red Sox, Brad Hand to the Blue Jays, and the duo of Max Scherzer along with Trey Turner are expected to go to the Dodgers in a blockbuster deal. Throw in Daniel Hudson to the Padres and things are much different. The Nationals entered Friday 4th in the NL East, 7.5 games behind the Mets for the top spot. In the NL wild card race, the team is 11.5 games behind the Padres for the second wild card spot. On Thursday, Yan Gomez hit his 9th homer to break a 1-1 tie in the 7th inning of the opener. That gave Max Scherzer, 8-4, the win as he allowed 1 run on 3 hits with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts over 6 innings. Kyle Finnegan worked the 7th, striking out 2 for his first save. In the nightcap, Juan Soto, 2 runs, and Josh Harrison, 2 RBI, each had 3 hits in a losing effort. Patrick Corbin didn't factor in the decision as he threw 5 innings, allowing 4 runs on 8 hits with 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Sam Clay, 0-4, took the loss as he allowed 4 runs, 3 earned, on 1 hit with 2 walks and no strikeouts in 1/3 of an inning. Later on Friday, Harrison and Gomez were sent to Oakland with John Lester sent to St. Louis to complete a massive rebuild. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago Cubs on the money line. McKenzie has struggled in his career against the White Sox and has not performed well on the road this season. In 7 starts away from Progressive Field, McKenzie is 1-3 with a 5.83 ERA. Keuchel has been strong at his home ballpark this season, posting a 4-1 record and 3.81 ERA. The White Sox have also won 6 of the last 7 home starts made by Keuchel. The Cleveland Indians enter this game in a bit of a slump as they have lost 5 of their last 7 games, including a 2-run road loss against the Chicago White Sox in their last game. In that game, Cleveland's pitching struggled as it allowed 6 runs, while letting the opposition record 11 hits. However, that lackluster result was somewhat expected since the Indians have lost 27 of their first 51 road games. Now, the Indians have a 50-50 record as they will be looking to avoid falling below .500 for the first time since April 26. Luckily, Cleveland has split the first 12 games against Chicago this season, as these 2 teams have been evenly matched up to this point. The Cleveland Indians will be going with Tristan McKenzie as the starter for this game, which should make fans quite nervous due to his performances in 2021. So far this season, he has a 1-4 record along with a 5.61 ERA. To make matters worse, he has a 5.83 ERA on the road as he has looked slightly worse in opposing ballparks. The White Sox have lost 6 of their last 8 games, but have an 8-game lead ahead of Cleveland. After losing their last 2 games to the Kansas City Royals, the White Sox are 60-43 and currently have the 3rd best odds to win the World Series at +650, behind only the Dodgers and Astros. Chicago is 3rd in MLB with a .332 on-base percentage, 7th with 504 runs scored, and 25th with 108 home runs. Tim Anderson leads the club with a 2.8 WAR, 108 hits, .299 batting average, and 16 stolen bases. 2020 AL MVP Jose Abreu has been the leading slugger with 18 home runs and 75 RBI. Abreu has struggled recently, currently on a 1-for-24 slumps over the last 7 games. Dallas Keuchel is scheduled to start for the Sox on Saturday. In 20 games this season, Keuchel is 7-4 with a 4.32 ERA. In 11 career games against the Indians, Keuchel is 4-2 with a 3.15 ERA. My betting advice for that game is to pick Chicago White Sox. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.